Hey up, you beautiful buggers, how the devil are we all doing? It's the Naked Governor, and in this video we're building this, an abandoned pre-war house thing. But before we can even start the build, we need to find a location, don't we? Aye, we definitely do. And this week we're doing something totally uncharacteristic, mate. We're building in the... I'm sorry, just give me a second. The thought of the place just makes me feel sick. We're building in the Maya. Ugh. Now, to start off, we're just going to put down a simple 2x3 rectangle. Nothing too hard about that, is there? Nah, of course there isn't. And on each side of the rectangle, we're just going to build up 2 full walls. Beautiful. And while you're doing that, allow me to tell you about a new society I've started. It's called Builders Against Stolen Tutorials and Related Designs Society, or Bastards for short. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Now, you may think joining is difficult, but no, it's really not, trust me. All you've got to do is make comments on mine or other YouTube channels saying how we've copied your design somehow. Once you've made your comment, you'll instantly be accepted into the prestigious group with other like-minded people. You can then all take part in communal activities such as spitting at your screen or smashing up the bedroom you rent off your mum at 35-year-old. Absolutely brilliant. Anyhow, what we're doing, that's it, we're building a camp, aren't we? Sorry about that little tangent. I just want to let these people know there is support out there for them. By now, you should have your foundations and your walls down, and you're ready to move on to the next step. You are? Beautiful. The next step involves offsetting a foundation. How are we going to do that, you may ask? Well, I'm going to tell you now. We're going to do it by using one of these catwalks. By snapping it to this foundation we've just built here, and snapping another one to the catwalk, we can then get rid of it and slide both foundations together. This gives us 2 offset pieces. Beautiful. Now, we do want to double up 2 walls here on the back end of these ones, but we're not going to be able to do it. So how do we get around it? Delete this foundation here, and then drag the other 2 to match the offset ones we've got. As you can see, we can now flip this wall piece around, which means we can double wall them. Fantastic. We're going to build up 2 full-size walls, and on top of them, we're going to place down brick top arches. The brick bit is quite important. They have magical properties that none of the other building pieces have, at least to my knowledge. When you've got all that nonsense down, jump up to the top, place down a couple of roofs, and we're going to use these roofs to destroy the top arches we've just made. Now, through the grapevine, I've heard that some of you think I use flamethrower traps too much, and personally, I don't know what the bloody hell you're talking about. Nah, to be fair, I'm only joking, you do have a point. I do use a lot of the same building techniques. However, I'm going to be straight up with you, there's only so many ways you can skin a cat, and at this point, I've bloody tried them all. Once they've been deleted, change these walls into a set that you can actually double up. If you've used a broken set like me, it won't let you do it. So once you got that figured out, just double up your walls, and again on top of them, we're going to place down another set of brick top arches. And 10 points to whoever can guess what we're going to do to these top arches. Yep, that's right, you at the back, we're going to burn them with a flamethrower. So just build some more roofs for a platform and get the buggers destroyed. With that all wrapped up, you can remove the walls from underneath it, and you'll be left with 2 floating destroyed top arch things like this here. This next bit, it really isn't necessary, but if like me you find the new building set is holy as shit, then you're going to want to do something about it. We're going to put down this foundation as a placeholder, and we're going to stick a full-size wall on this foundation here. Following that, we're going to delete these buggers here, and we're going to line the back end of this foundation up with the doorway of this wall piece. Does that make any sense? Yeah, of course it does. You're watching bloody video, aren't you? Simply lovely. Now, when you're happy with it, snap another foundation to it here, and on that little beauty, put down a shack wall. Absolutely fantastic. To get it to flip the right way, just move this foundation up behind here and snap it to it. Beautiful. Drag this foundation back to its correct and proper place, and if you've got it lined up right, you should be able to snap down one of the new broken sets in front of the shack set. Isn't that fantastic? Matches in really bloody well in my opinion, and it gets rid of some of that priestliness, you know. Holy, get it? Ha ha ha! I should be a comedian. Anyhow, if it all lines up, do it on these other 2 foundations here. You want this whole front part of your build using the same kind of technique. If that makes sense, of course it does. Once you've got the other 2 shack walls in place, move all foundations back to the correct spot, put down your broken house set walls, and you should be left with something like this. With them walls in place on your bottom story, you can now snap full-size walls on top of them, and it will give you the same effect on your second story. Quite a finicky little thing to do, but like I said before, I really do think it improves the overall look. Although it does have some drawbacks, which I'll show you later on. Now here you can see me repairing the top arches. don't do it just yet, because at the next point in the video, you'll also see me having to delete them again. You only want to repair the top arch, which has the brick side facing outwards, so the correct way around if you're looking at it from the outside. If you repair them both, or the one with the wallpaper side facing outwards, you won't be able to put roof pieces on, but you'll see that later on in video. But we'll forget about that for now. Let's concentrate on the rest of the structure. At the front, we're going to put down the broken house set porches. Later on in the video, I actually changed these to the haunted house set. In my opinion, looks 10 times better. But let's be honest, that doesn't really count for much, does it? Once you got them porches down, just go around and change windows into walls. The sweat drops down my balls. On that note, actually, it does at the moment. We're having another heat wave in Britain. How you guys across the pond put up with heat like this constantly, I will never bloody know. I've got a back waterfall that you don't want to go chasing. Trust me on that one. Anyway, sorry about that rather graphic image. I just kind of went off on one. As I was saying, change walls into windows or doorways into windows. You know, mix it up a little bit. You do what you think looks best. Throw some random material in there. You could throw some shat walls in, steel walls. The world is your oyster. Just do your best to make it look scruffy. To be honest with you, I think too much of this broken house set is literally, well, too much. It does benefit from having extra material thrown in there, you know. Let's move on to the roofs. And this is the bit what I said earlier, where I'm having to re-destroy these walls because I repaired them. If you didn't repair them, then you're not going to have to do this. If you did, then nice one for listening. Well done. I'm only yanking your chain, don't worry. Anyhow, like I said a couple of times, we only want the top arch repaired, which has the brick side facing outwards, you know, the correct way around. If you have indeed got it like that, you'll be able to throw down a couple of slopey boys here. Simply lovely. Once you've got them in place, guess what we're going to do with them? Yep, we're going to burn the shit out of them. Told you I didn't use a flamethrower trap much. With them burnt, we're then going to snap slopey boys underneath them. Now make sure it's on the outer wall, not the inner shack wall. It'll knock everything to piss if it is. Once they're in, throw some more slopey boys on back of your build here. Beautiful. Now you've got all them in place, you're going to pull out your Bernie boy and destroy all of them. I know it seems counterproductive, but there is a reason for it. Just trust me guys, it'll all come together. Right, so now we've got all of them burnt. The first thing we need to do before we move on is put down some top arches here. So just put them on this side and of course on the opposite side of your build as well. We're then going to put down some flat roofs underneath our destroyed slopey boys. As you can see, it's going to want to snap to that shack wall. There's nothing you can do about it. What we're going to do to get around this? Well, we're going to get out some slopey boys and we're going to snap them to this wall instead. Once you got that easy little bugger in place, you're going to spend at least 5 minutes of your life attempting to snap another slopey boy to that one. You'll get it in though eventually. Don't worry. Once it's in, you're going to snap another slopey boy facing the opposite way to that piece. Does that make any sense? Of course it doesn't. Just watch the bloody video. And to finish it up on our back wall, we're just going to repeat what we did for our first couple of roof pieces. Simply lovely. You can then change all them slopey boys into flat pieces and hey presto, job's a good un. For power, got a nice little trick for you here. You've probably seen me do it 87,000 times. Jump up to your roof, repair this roof piece here, or any that you so choose. Smack down a generator, place a conduit on top of it. Run a wire to that generator, and then drag said generator into your destroyed roof area. As well as now being an expert in saying generator 27 times, you'll have a hidden source of power which will be enough for the entire build. Well, it should be anyway. You can now repair your roof pieces, and we're pretty much nearly finished on exterior at build. On the porches here, we're going to throw down some of the haunted house set railings because they just look better in every single way. And of course, we're going to change the destroyed house porches into the haunted house porches. Like I said earlier, they look 100 times better. And of course, to finish it off, we're going to throw down some steps as well. Simply lovely. This bit is entirely optional. What we've got here is a covered bridge blueprint. I'll leave a link to the video of where I learned to do this in the top corner now. And all it allows you to do is place down the smaller pieces of the covered bridge set anywhere you want. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to place it down outside the house here as like a little shed looking kind of thing. We can then delete one of the covered bridge pieces and hey presto, look at that. We've got a half shed covered bridge thing going on. I don't know. Now for the floors. Because we've got the shack walls in place here, this is one of the disadvantages I told you about. We're not going to be able to get floors in. So I'm going to use the roof pieces instead, and to be honest with you, I think they suit this build a hell of a lot better anyway, so it's no great loss. These buggers are going to want to snap to the shack wall, and that's what you're going to have to do, so just place down 3 of them here like this. And then in this corner, place down a corner boy and change it to a flat piece. Simple as that. That's your top floor done. Throw in your stairs and a presto. I'm going to cut away some footage of the thing decorated. You all know I'm not too good at this, so don't get too excited. There you go, guys. What do you reckon? Not too shabby, is it? Well, it is, but that's the whole entire idea. But anyway, as ever, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all my Patreons. The extra support is much appreciated. If you guys want to get involved, there's a link down in the description. Go and take a look at it. In the description, you also find a shit ton of other links as well. There's one to my Discord. That's a truly fantastic place. There's a link to my Facebook page and a couple of other things as well. If you're still here at this point, thank you very bloody much. If you could just leave a like on the video, if you did actually like it, of course, and if you want to see more weekly Fallout 76 content, hit that subscribe button too. Anyway, as we say it north, I will love you and leave you, and I'll catch you next one.